wholeness. I was trying to do this early this morning, but a lot of stuff got in the way. It's a new moon. That's how it goes. This is Heels numerology for the new moon in Taurus, which is today, 5/7/2024. 5/7/2024 directly turns into, for me, the ritual of manifesting, because it's 5, what's moving you, 7, who you think you are in 2024, what you're going to end up manifesting. So whatever's moving you and giving you that sense of identity, self-awareness, so to speak, that's the only place you can build from. And it's cliche at this point. A lot of people don't even pay attention because a lot of people don't understand it. Let your life tell you tale. I say it all the time. I say it on purpose. If you aren't aware of your own level of enslavement to your own beliefs and thought patterns, if you're not aware of just how deep within your own mind you are trapped, something being presented to you by somebody else sounds like pea soup or sounds like foolishness. But again, that's why I always say let your life tell you tale. You can't keep looking at what somebody's presenting as, oh, that won't work, without even trying it, when everything that you do believe in and try never works for you. Or it only leaves you in the cycle of having to work. You understand? You can trick yourself into thinking that we are here to struggle. That is one of the most dangerous things in this current level of society, is thinking that we have to struggle. Not when everything shows you plentifulness. Hell, not when the rich show you how one person can hoard more than what a whole country can have, and then the whole country can think that they got to go to that rich to receive it. You understand that? It's a reverse psychology on some levels. So, here's numerology for the new moon in Taurus. Again, new moons are points of zero influence. Look up in the sky, you're not influenced by La Luna. You don't see her light. The light from the moon controls the waters. Under the new moon, there's nothing controlling your waters, your points of creation. This is holy shit. I've been pushed around these influences, but on this day and in these moments, it's a chance for me to start taking accountability for myself. Unfortunately, like I said, if you're caught up in a ritual of not taking accountability because you're only in a cycle of being responsive to what you think you know or what you taught or what you believe in, then accountability and responsibility does not look the same. It's just more bullshit. Oops, the new moon's in Taurus. Bullshit. Taurus the bull. Shit. What have we been sitting in? What have we been manifesting? Shit. Because if we were manifesting something proper, we wouldn't still feel like shit. So, 5/7/2024, the ritual of manifesting. Move by the perception of self that will reveal what's being manifested, even when it's all manipulated. Again, like I said, if somebody can trick you into thinking what they want you to think, that'll be the only thing you know. Shit, let history tell you that. So what is 5/7/2024? Before we even deal with the new moon, what does this day bring to you? A chance for release, transmutation. This is the death card. Death is the ending, learning to begin again. But also, death is the beginning, learning to make an end. You understand that? The minute you enter into a journey, you're already dead. You're already in the field of death. You understand that? You may not be dead in that sense, but you've already entered into mortality. The minute you were born into this realm, you already have an expiration date. Don't know when, but you're already in the cycle of death. The analogy I've used over the years is the battery in the pack. The minute you take that battery out of the pack and plug it into a device, it's going to die sooner or later. So today, 5/7/2024, you have a chance to figure out just how strong death is in your energy. What are you transmuting? For years, I've told you, my level of experience and my perspective, alchemy's a trick. I don't need to change nothing. I just need to be aware of what's changing me. And I also need to be aware where my ego has tricked me into thinking I have the divine right to change something else. That's a colonizer's mindset. Thinking that you can change something into what you want it to become at the cost of what it actually was, that's ego. So 5/7/2024, death. This is Olokun, the Orisha that you're holding on to. All the secrets down deep within you. What am I transmuting? The shit that's going on within me. But again, if I'm not aware of what's going on within me, but I'm only responsive to what's going on around me, Shit's still hidden. You you alchemizing, all right. You alchemizing yourself. So that's 5/7/2024. The death card. 13. 1, the potential. 3, what I'm thinking. What I keep communicating with will become. 1 + 3 is 4. What I'm trapped in. What I'm trapped in is the only thing I can manifest. So, next card I'll do is what is the new moon itself? Again, like I said, and defer to your level of whatever you think you know. People nowadays try and tell you that new moons are amplification points. Sorry, amplified under what? Where's the lunar energy at? You ever heard of drawing down the moon, where you use the amplified moon, the full moon's strength, to increase your own? Probably not, because you're just too busy watching TikTok or Facebook or Instagram. But people with any real occult knowledge know that fucking new moon is definitely not an amplification point. It is a release and reset point. There is no influence. Let me own me before I go forward. Release, as in release that which I'm written into, or holy shit, sign another contract. Reset. So what is this new moon? In the sense to where we should be releasing the things that we are already in the process of manifesting. You understand that? If my mind has been led from January, really from December, from the winter solstice, from the winter solstice to this point of spring, where we're almost at midsummer, we've been working on the seeds that are going to get manifested. If those seeds that I'm working on, hello farmers, if them seeds and them crops that I'm growing turn out to be bad, do I keep growing them, or do I get rid of them and plant better seeds? That's what this new moon is telling you. Hey, you better figure out where your crops are growing. You manifesting this year, whether you like it or not. Sorry for you. You're going to manifest. That's just the energy of this year. But am I manifesting something that's helping me, or am I manifesting something that I've been told to see? So the new moon says, pay attention. Holy shit, pay attention. This is the queen of air. Pay attention to what's going on in your head. Because if your ego is only trying to follow what it's been told to see, them threes might have you 4 trapped. 4 trapped in transmutation. Alchemy. Again, the egoic function of changing something to benefit you, found a way to benefit yourself. Sorry, let your life tell your tale. So in my number system, 34, the thoughts that form creation, that's God. That's God. That is the generator, operator, destroyer force. The thoughts in my head that make me create, that is the field of manifestation itself, known as God. You got nothing to do with your ideologies of Sky Daddy. You'll be all right. So again, this is the queen of air. It came out in reverse. Selfishness. This is a new moon. You need to be selfish enough to understand that, hey, I need to sit down and be still and see what's going on with me, and stop being so responsive to what's going on around me. See, if you haven't made it to that level in your quote-unquote spiritual journey to understand that the inside produces the outside, you might want to start figuring out how to stop letting the outside tear up the inside. If you ain't got that level of accountability, understand that, holy shit, as within, so without. Stop letting so without leave you tore up within. So I need to be selfish in this moment, and stop filling my mind with all this mess out here. Hi, today in the news, death. Hi, today in the news, murder. Hi, today in the news, inflation. Hi, today in the news, poverty. You understand? If everything around you is telling you you need to alchemize because you don't have enough, while you're sitting around here watching people with too much, holy sheep shit, Batman, there's a Jedi mind trick in there somewhere. Something has now become your God, because it is generating your energy and got you operating through what it wants you to, and holy shit, it's destroying you. But you waiting on a God. So the new moon is trying to tell you, you waiting on a God? Look in the mirror. Find your own light. La Luna said, I ain't got shit to do with you today. The moon, La Luna, no influence, ain't got nothing to do with you today. You better figure this shit out on your own. You want to find God? Look in the mirror. So moving on into Hill's numerology, where I dissect the numbers into vibrational fields. The biggest vibrational field out of it is 992. 99, the master number 99, is the end game. It is when you get to your highest vibration and then you reflect on what you went through. That is a trick and a trap. That is the fucking Akashic journey. That is going through a life lesson. My highest vibration and what I went through, I need to make a match. Because if what I went through and what I was are not the same, I'll keep on the journey. Reincarnation. Two, what I'm connected to. What I'm connected to will tend to be the things I think I know. So, 99-2. The end game is what you're connected to because it's the only game you know. Again, if the only thing you know is that which you have already been taught to see, shoot. Again, if what you think you know is already attached to what you've been taught to see, everything else will make your brain hurt. When dealing with me, the first thing you have to do is understand that the first rule of knowing applies. I know nothing at all. Because if I come in here waiting to hear words that sound like what I think I know, I'll forever be lost. Because in here we deal with awareness and not knowledge. Knowledge has you caught in a system. Knowledge is something that can be given to you. Awareness is something already innately within. A lot of people don't know how to pull from awareness, and that's why you keep on knowing. You keep on going through shit because you're looking for cues and clues of what feels familiar. That's ego. Your awareness is, holy shit, that's going to cost me. Next step is, do I want to pay the price? If you want to pay the price, play the game. You don't want to pay the price, holy shit, it's your divine right to sit your punk ass down and be still. So 99-2, the end game is what you're connected to. But if you don't know how to connect to you more than what you think you know, you'll never find stillness. Knowledge has you fucked up. When you know, knowledge has you fucked up when what you think you know leaves you not knowing or not knowing enough. You understand that? Not knowing as in I'm thinking that I can understand what's going on, and not knowing as in, nah, I don't have the right to say no. I saw something, I was going to post it. I saw something right before I got ready to go live. Just, a TikTok throw you in shit. It was somebody put up something about the Democrats just voted to make it legal to sell and buy humans. Duh, they've been doing it already anyway. But the trick with that is, even though you watched all them green lights pop up on the board for all these Democrats to say, yeah, let's make it legal, it don't matter whether it was Democrat or Republican. The fact that a person that you people keep voting for to sit up there and represent you has already done everything they can to sell you. But yet when you point that out and say, holy shit, these people are not working for us, the first thing somebody's going to say is, find somebody else to vote for. Sorry, you've tried that time and time again, voting for somebody to represent you, and they never represent you. They just represent what keeps you contained, but you ain't ready to represent yourself. And then that fear that you're feeling right now, becomes the only thing you know. You want to know why it's the only thing you know? Because it's the only thing you've been taught. So 99-2 is whatever you keep connected to, that fear is why you'll never do anything different. You'll stay stabilized. That damn 9. 99, 2 9s. 99-2, 2 9s, but either way it go, you're going to see a 9. 29, 2, I know, 9, what's controlling me. It's if you know what's controlling you, and you haven't done anything to set yourself free, you're a slave. Do that, Nisi. Yeah. You understand that? Stability. Stop the ability. If what you're giving your energy to has you trapped and you won't do anything to set yourself free, you have stopped your ability to create change. Why? Because you've already made justification. What's up, Wiseman? You have already made justification for waiting on somebody to change for you. Hello, people. You won't do something to protect yourself because the people you keep investing in protecting you who never done it, you foolishly keep waiting on them to finally make a change. So you stopped your ability to see something different because you're getting used to seeing the same. You just want varying degrees of what you're being shown. Beat me on Tuesday and not on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I'll love you a little bit more. That's really what a lot of people's mindset is. Man, it's getting hard out here. We need to do something different. Oh, we'll give you a $600 stimulus check, but then we'll charge you another $9,000 worth of taxes that we're going to give over to a bunch of other fucking countries don't do shit for us. But it's the way it has to be done. Shh, let your life tell your tale, fool. So 99.2, you done already fooled yourself into a cycle of games that never end because you won't quit playing. Collectively, you won't quit playing, which means you've already lost your stability. You don't want it. You don't want change. You just want change to want you. Damn, sound like you in an abusive relationship. Why they don't love you? I don't know, but I'm gonna stay there until they learn that I'm really the right one for them. But they whooping your ass, I know, but they just going through something. But they gonna kill you. It's okay. It's worth it. Next line, 344. The thoughts that you keep manifesting. Hello, 2024. It's a 44 year. Master number 44 is the master manifester. It is the energy that says, for, in the sense of creation, whatever I focus on, I can create. Whatever I focus on, I can create. However, that's duality. If I'm focusing on creating, but I've now split it, not only have I separated myself from what I created, but I've now authorized the journey to go get it. The whole problem with that is, where did it manifest from? It manifested from within. And again, a lot of people are starting to wake up to that, but you're putting this new age bullshit in there. A lot of people are realizing that I need to have alignment before I manifest and not keep manifesting to find alignment. Because if you keep manifesting where you're already trapped, you're already out of alignment. If you find alignment within yourself and you start to realize, holy shit, I already am the abundance, I don't need to manifest, or I can manifest less. This is not going off the grid or living in the back seat of your car. This is realizing that, holy shit, this system wants me to get tapped into need. But the more I realize I have, or do not require, the less I feed this system, the quicker this shit will fall apart. But you can't teach people that, because holy shit, that damn 3, what they think, that thought has already told them how to manifest. 344, the thought already told you everything you need to manifest. But like I was saying, are you the thinker that created the thought, or are you just thought's little bitch? Oops, the element of air. The reasoning, your reasoning is going to tell the answer. The reasoning is going to tell the answer. What is your end game? What is your reason for paying attention to a thought? Again, like I just got through saying, if I'm paying attention to a bunch of thoughts that told me, no, I need to work 2 extra jobs, blah, 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 then you're feeding from fear. If you're feeding from a thought that says, hey, let's sit down and see what's going to be a good movement before I apply my energy, you're feeding from yourself. 3 + 2, 5. That thought will tell you what to connect to. And once that thought tells you what to connect to, you're going to move. Or as I just got through saying, you're going to sit still. So you need to start processing the validity of your thoughts and start understanding that some thoughts that you think are merely just results of a collective consciousness that won't collect itself. You understand that? If you go into Walmart and you're having a bad night and you get around 95 other people in Walmart who are already having a bad night, plus the people that work there that don't want to be there, then y'all gonna feed from each other. CC, don't worry about it. How do you ask the question? If this is I'll just do this. Ask the question, and I'll see whether it's valid or not. And that's not me trying to be disrespectful, but I get people to come over here talking about, will I get the new job? I don't know. So, I mean, if you ask the question about the content I'm talking about, I will try my best to answer it. So, go ahead and ask your question, and if I see it come across I'll try and address it. How can I feel unstuck in life? That is a big one this year. I mean, remember I'm on 344. Well, hell, how do you feel unstuck in life? 344. Figure out what thoughts are prominent in your head and what they're trying to make you manifest. If you feel like you're stuck, then you're only going to keep on trying to produce results based off of where you're already stuck. This might not make sense to you, but if you've ever been in a car and you're stuck in the mud, the more you keep trying to go backwards and forward, the deeper you get stuck. Sometimes you got to stop and say, hey, I need to get out of this vehicle. I need to get out of this vehicle and figure out a better plan, even if the better plan is getting the hell out of that vehicle and not getting back in it. How do you feel unstuck in life? You got to figure out what vehicle you're sitting in. What are you trying to get accomplished and why? That's the whole answer. If you feel like you chasing things that aren't meant for you right now, you have to do an assessment. Are they not meant for you right now because you're trying to apply methods that have been proven not to work? Or are you trying to get a hold of something that really ain't good for you? You understand that? In the sense of, let's just say you're trying to get into a relationship with somebody that's known to be toxic, but you just really want them. No, that's clearly foolishness. Don't do that. Now, I'm trying to get into a better home and a better job. It's not just easy to do that, again, because like I'm saying, this environment is designed to contain you. It's not going to let you go for free. But I also have to understand, if I'm trying to do something different, I cannot keep doing the same. A lot of people want something different, but you bring that bullshit you've been taught. Struggle mentality. If I want to see something different, the minute I bring the same in there, I create stability. Why? This is something I used to say all the time. You can't tell the unknown what to know. If you want to see something different, you have to let it all go and see what's really there. That scares a lot of people. And again, this is not, to challenge anybody. You think how you're going to think, do what you do. My favorite saying, let your life tell your tale. But when you get into a mindset and it's now, I have to do something for myself, the minute you say, well, God going to do it for me, you've already defeated half the purpose. Because here, I'll play with you. You can keep your God. But what if God put you in a position to do the work for yourself? You get it? Not let me sit there and I'm just going to pray and then everything going to make change. You ain't applied no energy. You stabilized yourself where there was already the need for change because you brought in what you thought you knew, but that what you thought you knew left you needing to know more. And it's really just that simple. So if I need to see something different, the minute I catch myself doing the same, pow. And I'm not saying physically do that, slap yourself though. Say, God damn it, there I go, going back down them cycles again. I need to apply a different thought process. I need to figure out what I really have versus what I'm trying to achieve and whether it's valid or not. Am I keeping up with the Joneses? Is this something that is really a necessity for me? Or is this something that I've been programmed to thinking I have to have? Et cetera, et cetera. And when you can put it all on the table and see what's really real in your energy, you can move better. But if you keep putting on the table and you realize you keep reaching for it, you're the source of the trauma. If I want to do something different, but every time I'm presented with the opportunity to do something different and I keep grabbing the same, holy shit, it's all me. Like I said at the beginning, you're alchemizing yourself. You want things to change, but you're constantly changing you because you don't value who you are. And that's a big thing in people's energy nowadays, is self-esteem is a lie. Hell, let the last 4 or 5 years in social media tell you that. Self-esteem is a lie. You have people who purposely show you every ounce of their body and then get mad when you look because they're not comfortable in their own skin. Or they're comfortable so much to the point in their skin that they need to feed from somebody else's lust energy, so they need to be seen, which again still is a trauma. I'm a look though, so fuck you on that. I'm a look. You'd be all right. 344. The thoughts, the reasoning process. So moving on to the next number, 77-6. 77. The master spiritualist, the master illusionist, the most delusional motherfuckers there are. 7 is self-awareness. If there's 2 7s, there's a problem. Because if I'm aware of myself here and I'm aware of self there, I'm already in separation. You should be aware of yourself in wholeness. I'm aware of who I am before anything moves me. That's my personal level. I'm aware of who I am before anything moves me. Now, once something gets my energy and moves me, guess who's accountable? Because I knew who I was, but I decided to lose or use my energy. Now, this is going on around me, so I got to figure out how much to give it and figure out how much to give it. Holy shit, how much did you lose from yourself? How do you get unstuck? Stop losing yourself. Same thing, different directions. Stop tricking yourself into thinking that you have to give your energy. Stop tricking yourself into thinking that others have to give you their energy too. So if you are trying to achieve something that is not showing you reciprocity, that what you're working for should be also working towards you. If you're going to play this game of separation, if I'm working towards a goal, that goal should be lining up with me, not getting further away. Because either A, I'm dragging some baggage, or B, that ain't my shit. I feel like fear is the main thing that's been throwing myself. Fear is the thing that runs this room. Fear translates itself into many different forms, though. Fear can come in the form of doubt. Fear can come in the form of anger. Fear can come in the form of arrogance, lack, greed. All of them. All of them are fear-based ideologies. Fear is the innate thing for separation in this. Fear of not being enough will make people think that they're too much. So again, it's not that you're going to quote unquote conquer fear. It's becoming aware of what fear is and understand that I don't have to feed it. Again, I use this analogy for years. I have a fear of heights. That doesn't mean I'm not going to be able to climb a ladder. It's just that when it gets to the condition of climbing a ladder that is not safe for me, I don't have to do it. Ta-da, game over. See how easy that was? And I know that's a lower level analogy, but you can apply that shit to anything. You have to stop tricking yourself into thinking that you have to do anything. That is a struggle mindset. That is a scarcity consciousness. That is where this planet is trapped at, is thinking that you have to keep giving up your energy. No, we're playing cards. You have all the cards in your hand. Stop giving them up and then want somebody to give them back. Figure out who you're giving your cards to and why. So, Vaughn, I hope that gives you a little clarity. It ain't that you can conquer fear. Having awareness of fear and then using knowledge will produce different results. So like I was saying, 77-6. 77, delusional people. 6, traumas. My foundation is basically the field of choice. Your foundation is you can choose to move or you can choose to stay still. But if I delusionally trick myself into moving and I get lost, whose fault? If I trick myself and staying still when I should be making a move, whose fault? It is the delusional person themselves. Where did the delusion come from? Whatever thought they've been feeding from. So 77-6, really at the end of the day, here is where fear rears its ugly head. This is where fear rears its ugly head because it can produce the delusion. Fuck around and find out. That 3 will show you 6. That 3, that thought of fear, will show you the 6. And then 3 plus 6 is 9. You're already under control. 9 is the number of control because 9 is your highest vibration. Remember I told you about a battery in the pack? The one in the pack, it's at 100%, but it's not putting out any energy. The one in the device is probably at 99, 98, 97 and decreasing, but putting out all kind of shit. You understand that? So this is your thoughts that keep on showing you a foundation. It'll also show you everything that's pulling you apart. That's the diversity component. If you pay attention to where your thoughts keep leading you and you keep running into traumas, it'll show you everything that's pulling you apart. Gods unknown, yes and no. More in this day and age where people are producing more tests for us to get tested by, yes. Your words were, so if you're on the right track and manifesting in your own alignment, it is almost guaranteed will be tested. 2 things. If you are in alignment, the need to manifest becomes second nature. Not second nature, secondary. The need to manifest becomes less because holy shit, if I'm in alignment and I see all the abundances within me, I just have to keep still or keep moving with the rest of these people who don't realize that. This is where you hear me say spiritual aids. The body, the cells in the body that don't know that they're sick will keep on acting like they're healed when they're the reason why the body is sick. They have the sickness. So once you start to heal yourself, quote unquote, and realize that I don't need to get out here manifesting and chasing all these systems, if you sit still, you get to watch all of them keep on running by you. But if you keep on manifesting where they have already been tricked into excessively manifesting, you still in alignment with them. You may be in alignment with words of how you see yourself being able to produce better, but you still producing for the same system that you trying to negate. So the example I always give is when you start to come into alignment for yourself, you become less usable by this experience, this matrix. So it's basically like, you can call it cliche if you want to. It's like the movie. It's going to try and bring you back in. It's going to try and present you with options to say, hey, nah, what you believing in, that ain't real. You know what? See, you thought you could manifest, boom, but now you got a flat tire. Now you got to go work extra hours. And then your fear your human mindset, your reptilian core responses is, well, damn, you know what, you right. So then you go right back into alignment with what already had you contained because you couldn't contain yourself. That is a real time event out here for most people who went to spirituality. It played out in the form of a religion for a lot of people. Well, I left Christianity and I started practicing ATRs and hoodoo and voodoo and all this other stuff. And then next thing you know, shit started going bad. So I went back to church. Of course, you went back because you tried to do something different and you now became an anomaly to the system that required you to do the same. Because as long as the status quo is in a good flow, we don't need no disruptions. You know, you hear people say, well, you know, things are happening because your light done turned on. It ain't your light done turned on, your light turned down. Sorry if this will confuse some of you. It's not that your light got brighter, your light got lesser. You now became harder to find by the things that can disrupt you because you started to find more of yourself. Your energetic output reduced. But you get glorified and your ego gets stoked. Well, yeah, my light, I'm high vibrational. Been there, done that myself. Until you start practicing awareness and you start learning, holy shit, a lot of this stuff we got taught is what kept my ass in the game. And that's really all this is. How much of your energy are you willing to invest in this experiment by not investing in yourself? That's the delusional. So that was 776. The next to the last line, well, no, not the next to the last line. The next line is 5222. 5, what's moving you? In the sense of tarot, 5 is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is the person that already knows everything. Best example I can give you is the Vatican. People say the Vatican knows everything, but they just don't tell you. And historically, that was true. Oh, we're going to take these books out of the Bible because we don't think the people need to know about Baal and the dragon. Even though that's a book of allegories too, we still going to take tainted knowledge and give them less tainted knowledge. And now they'll believe the knowledge they really got is really real. Sorry. So 5222, manipulated into being trapped in reflection. 5, what's moving you? 222, you're caught in that 2 vibration. What's the 2 vibration? Your knowledge. Your knowledge has trapped you. Your knowledge has permeated in your mind, your body, and soul, and you'll never get free as long as you keep on thinking you know. You'll see it in here all the time. Hi, in my number system that is different from most other number system, 5 is your movements. No, see what it is, brother, is 5 is your ego. And I'm like, well, okay. That's what you think you know, yet it has not brought you any stillness. So you're right. 5 is your ego. Because you haven't learned to stop being manipulated into manifesting why you won't keep still. So 5222, you can get caught. You can get manipulated into being trapped in a reflection, chasing your own light while losing your light to the shadows that you keep on trying to get your light back from. That is all this realm is. This is the experience of your light in separation from its source. But the light that's in separation from its source that has been prismatically separated, that's the rainbow field. The rainbow separates light where it's already separated. So there's degrees of separation for this realm. You're only chasing your light that has already been fragmented. You've yet to find your light at source. None of us have. We wouldn't be here if we were. So you can chase your own lights and you're just trying to get your light back from where your light always has been separated from you, aka samsara wheel, reincarnation loop, the field of infinity. Again, like I said, 6, the field of infinity is where you can make a choice to chase everything you think is you. You understand that? In the field of infinity, you can become any thought that you want to give your energy to. But if I give my energy into becoming, who the fuck was I before I moved? Shh. 5222, you can get manipulated into becoming everything you know. And oops, it's a careless journey. 7, it's the chariot. It's self-awareness in reverse. It's carelessness. This is the field of time. This is the Archangel Metatron, the person writing the story. This is, you're going to carelessly write a story that's going to take all your time. No, Connie, he doesn't. He doesn't. Marty doesn't love you the way he says. And Charlena, you are your forever love. But if you keep trying to find love outside of you, you'll always be in a system of balance of needing from others that which you won't give to yourself. So you can keep chasing, trying to get your light back from others, or you can understand that, holy shit, I was the source. Now let me learn that dirty word, reciprocity. Reciprocity in the sense to where if it ain't already evenly matched, I'm about to do some work. Y'all need to quit getting hired. If it's not already an even match, then I'm going to trick myself into thinking that I got to do work, and then I'll get mad when I don't get paid at the end of the day. 11. Linda, listen to me, honey. You're doing it all wrong. 11. Justification. Justifying being who I am and trying to find who I am in others, instead of justifying who I am and finding somebody else. Boop. That's the exact match. That's reciprocity. That other shit, trying to find me in others, that's that reflection shit. That's that trying to find your light in the shadows. But justification is eating y'all up out here. Why? Because, again, like I said, if everything that you've been taught and everything you think you know is the only thing you keep pulling from, you'll never do nothing different. Your 11 to show you 33. You a genie. Your 11 to show you the 33 of this realm. Experience. That thought wins because that thought said this was you and this could be you too. Well, which one's me? Both. So there's 1 3 and there's the other 3. And holy shit, 33 plus 11 is 44. Now you're the master manifester. Why? Because that thought done tricked you into gaining experience. And now you done made 11 justification for gaining experience, which means you're now trapped in the experience. But where did the experience get all this energy from? You. An experience does not become an experience until somebody shows up to play the game. Knowledge does not become an experience until somebody gives up their level of awareness. I'm aware that if I stick my hand in hot water, I could burn myself. Do I have that experience? No. No. Timura, Tim does not want a relationship with you. It's your sister. 20, bad judgment. Bad judgment leaves you paying for contracts you don't fully understand. Play stupid games and get stupid prizes, okay? Bad judgment leaves you paying for contracts you don't fully understand. And again, like I just got through saying, if you don't understand things outside of what you thought you knew, Jedi mind trick. See, I know Santa Claus real. Sorry if there's kids in here, you better get them little motherfuckers out of here now. Hi, I know Santa Claus is real. He comes every year. You believe in that until you get to a point of awareness where, holy shit, that was mom and dad and auntie and grandma buying all these gifts. Now you have to make adjustments. But if you can't make adjustments and no, don't you take Santa Claus away from me, you stay stuck in the same shit. Your bad judgment will leave you tied to a contract that you don't understand. What's the contract? Belief. If you believe, always, Eunice. Everything I do is collective because we're all going through the same experience. But if nobody will do anything different, we all keep on getting the same. So, in the sense to where if you keep on thinking your level of understanding and wokeness and spirituality and knowledge is what's setting you free, you'll stay enslaved. Vibrationally, the thoughts have already won. Only what I tell you in the sense of my personal numerology system, you think. So, the dead ain't dead, baby. But okay, you'll be okay. But in the sense of my number system, thoughts are 3. Thoughts run this realm. Everything is a thought in manifestation here. So when you're dealing with vibrations, this realm shows you the reflection of its thoughts. Ooh, I saw 111 on the license plate today. Ooh, I saw 333. Or I keep waking up at 333. That's because vibrationally, you are still traveling along the energy fields of the number system, even if you don't understand it. So you're gonna keep seeing 33, and then somebody gonna trick you into thinking it's masonry or it's the Kundalini and all this other stuff. When you can plausibly tie it to them things, but why do I keep seeing it? Because they're the energetic stuck points of how you get people stuck in energy. So 33 is I am bound to the thought that only keeps on showing me more thoughts. But that leaves you in bad judgment. That leaves you in bad judgment when your thoughts only keep on showing you more thoughts and you have not learned how to think for yourself. Because if the thought that I'm having leads me in a point of needing to know more, that should show me I didn't do enough homework. You understand that? If I have to keep asking questions on who's for me or who's not for me, you're not paying attention. Because remember I just told you seconds ago, you better start learning reciprocity. Reciprocity does not look like this. Reciprocity looks like this. Oneness. That's why this planet stays in the collective consciousness, because it is disconnected from itself, can't pull itself together, let alone everybody else that's in perception. You understand that? Collectively disconnected, trying to figure out its own individuality that doesn't fucking exist. So you're caught. You're caught in this experience of trying to figure out who's for you. The fact that you need somebody else to be for you mean you ain't already for yourself. Sorry, that'll hurt a lot of people feeling. If I can't be for myself, I should have zero expectations for somebody else to be the same. Because the truth is, they're going to be exactly the same. I wasn't for me, and then they're going to be conditional. They're going to show me good days and bad days, and holy shit, vibrations. You're now the battery in the pack. Now you're now the battery plugged into the device. When you're here at wholeness, everything is already at even, reciprocity. When you put yourself in separation, you end up going on a journey trying to find things that make you feel safe. There's that fear. You try and find things that make you feel safe. But if you can't stop and give safety to yourself, you'll keep on finding the condition of safety with everything you have in, holy shit, an experience with. And then you become atomic energy, because you now become protons, neutrons, electrons attached to everything that's moving you. And if you don't know anything about energy on that level, you become empathic. Once you touch something, you imprint. Your energy is now connected to everything else. That is why science will tell you in each molecule that's floating around in the air is a particle of everything that's ever existed. You want to know why? Because everything that's ever existed is connected to everything else that ever existed. It just doesn't know what it is, because it has identity. You can sit there and play this game. Well, 67 life cycles ago, I was XYZ. Well, okay. If 67 life cycles ago you was XYZ, how'd you get here now? Sorry, that'll confuse you. Leave that one alone. Leave that alone. Strike that, Your Honor. They are not ready for that one. They'll come up with some bullshit they think they know. So, bad judgment. Bad judgment has you out here growing into the cycle. Why? 2 plus 0, 2. That thought you keep connecting to, then already fooled you. But a fool can't be told a fool until they get tired of being foolish. A fool cannot be called a fool until they get tired of being foolish. So 2 becomes the biggest thing. Again, I'm telling you, 2 is knowledge. 2 is the only thing that people are connected to. And unfortunately, if what you think you're connected to is whooping your ass, then please don't beat me, massa. But unfortunately, you keep on voting for the best plantation. If you will not stand up for yourself and stop thinking you know and start being aware, you'll keep connecting to the safest thing you think you know. So 2, yet you think you know. And that's why your connection to the trap is stronger than the awareness of why it won't set you free. Being connected to what's already got you enslaved and being stupid enough to think that it's going to set you free when you are its food source. When you are its food source, all it wants is for you to move. But the problem is, remember I told you, it's really just your thoughts. The thought of fear, you'll abuse yourself. Because, like I said a few minutes ago, you will think you know. And then when somebody presents something different from what you think you know, you will shun it and crucify it in favor of what you think you know. But yet that what you think you know is not showing you everything you need to see, because your ass still on a fucking journey. Your ass is still here on a journey, and you still falling the fuck apart. And 2024 is showing it to you. And hello, the month of May is kicking your fucking ass. And we only 7 days in, and some of y'all are mentally unfucking hinged, and I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just telling you straight up. Like I put a post up earlier too. Go easy on these babies, because whereas us adults are so egoically stupid right now to where we can't do something different, these children are only feeding from the stimuli that we keep leaving out here. So when you go home and you stressed out because I had to work 18 hours and so ain't cook, or so ain't here when I get home, and then you feed that energy to these babies on top of all the rest of the shit this environment is feeding them. Toxic music, toxic news, toxic education, toxic every fucking thing. And then you wonder why little Chauncey won't sit they little ass down in the corner. Don't be Chauncey. Be more responsible for giving Chauncey that fucking environment. And can you change it? Yes. Will you change it? No. So you better start changing what you can. You understand that? You better start becoming more responsible for what you let these kids get exposed to, and you better become more responsible for who you keep exposing these children to. And that's just not Uncle Bad Touch. That's just the whole general. Keep letting the system designed to steal all your energy and wonder why the children never have any. Wonder why violence is getting worse. Wonder why they are unraveling quicker, because we won't hold ourselves together. And that's for anybody over the age of 15, the age of responsibility. Wonder why these little ones are so erratic and responsive to shit. While you sit here and talk about my stellium is in Libra and all this other shit, they don't know nothing about that. All they know is that you get affected by this bullshit out here and you expect them to behave. You can't even fucking behave, and you won't behave because you done read something in a book. Then stroked your fucking ego. You connected to a storyline to make you feel good about going on a journey. You'll never sit your punk ass down and be still. Oops. So, more connected to what you think you know than what could potentially set you free, because you like the way it make you feel when you move. Spiritual BDSM. Spiritually masochistic sadist energy. Beat me, daddy. New moons are release points and not amplifications. They are absolution periods of zero influence. So you can't deflect from accountability and responsibility for staying in the cycle. You have to let that shit go. I'm pretty calm with myself, just trying to continue to be the person I am in this life. That's fine and that's fair, unless the person that you're calling yourself in this life is now traumatized and conditionalized to what you've been through. If who you are in this life is not what you want to be in life, and you can see where, holy shit, I made a left turn back in Albuquerque, Bugs Bunny, instead of making a right turn in Phoenix, then I can't stay responsive to everything that I allowed from making erroneous decisions. I now have to sit my punk ass down and be still and make better choices, so that I don't become responsive to everything I've been through, but I now become responsible for everything that comes ahead. Holy shit, I just manifested. I just manifested by getting into alignment with me, but not getting into alignment with my fucking traumas. You understand that? Because there's a lot of us who can say, I'm just trying to be the best person I am as a result of everything I've been through. And holy shit, I've been to war. So now I just want to be the best warrior I can be. No. I need to stop the war in here so that the war out there and the war and everything that I've already been in is inconsequential. I become responsible and less responsive. Then I realize, holy shit, I was the abuser. Why? Because I gave up my energy. This experience, this realm, only presents a choice. This is the choice being presented. But if you don't know to stop letting Wayne Brady sing to you, and I want you to choose door number 2, you better stop listening to Wayne Brady. Free will ain't free. Free will is the fool. Free will costs you your energy. Free will takes you from out of the pack and into the device. Exactly. You can create yourself to be anything, but who were you or who are you? Because on a deeper level, you never change yourself. You only change the perception of what you allow. You get it? That's the trick of alchemy. There's a difference between alchemy and metamorphosis. The caterpillar does become the butterfly, but the person that alchemizing himself, A lot of times you ain't changed nothing. You just changed the conditions going on around you. I'm just saying though. So new moons, they're release points. There is zero influence. I don't give a fuck about your position on a chart. I don't give a fuck about your numerology. I don't give a fuck about your life path. I don't give a fuck which demon you work with or which angel supports you. I don't care. There is nothing influencing you greater than you right now. Holy shit. And the only thing influencing you is that dirty word, fear. 3, that thought. That 5 makes you move. That thought that makes you move will be your struggle. 3 plus 5 is your struggle. Only 3 plus 5 is 8 in the sense of struggle. 8 is also abundance in this realm. If I struggle, I'm going to give up my energy. Churn. When they collide that energy together, pow, enough to create fucking creation. So is you. When you present your energy to a choice and you let yourself get moved, them thoughts, just like on a buffet, this motherfucker delicious. And now all I got to do is feed them another thought based off of this fear, and then they're going to abuse themselves, and they're going to make careless decisions to keep on binding themselves to more thoughts, and then they're going to fuck around and find out all them thoughts did was traumatize them because they can't think for themselves because their reasoning process has been skewed because fear told them just go find stability, which means they don't know they God because they too busy trying to selfishly secure their ego, which is now in danger, fear. So they ain't finding God. They need one to save them. And in order to save them, they willing to change themselves. Oops. It ain't the new moon, it's you. There's zero influence on you right now. Why won't you be an influence for yourself? And then I get out of here. Because remember we started with death? You stagnated. Remember we started with death? You out here trying to alchemize. See, I'm a master alchemist. Words are spells. And if you don't know the spell you cast on yourself that has already been cast on you, 1 plus 3, trapped. 1 plus 3, trapped. Holy shit, 44. You manifested this shit. Oh, because you think you know. Be it if that what you think you know is not showing you what you need to see. Let your life tell your tale. Shh. Let your life tell your tale. It ain't about having more. It's about being more so that you don't need less. Don't be 44. Be 0. Look that up. Be life path 0. Life path 0 is the source. If you're gonna play vibrations, be life path 0. You don't have to be bound to the number you were tied to. Be bound to what created it. Everything comes from a source, including a thought. Stop letting your thoughts tell you what to think. You be the motherfucking thinker. Wholeness. Happy new moon. And to be funny, it's at 11:22 p.m. tonight Eastern time. Holy shit, more vibrations. You'll keep on justifying 22, what you building. 11 plus 22, 33. Justifying what you keep on building will become your experience. 33. 3 plus 3 is 6. And that shit'll keep on traumatizing you because it'll be the only thing you stay stuck in. That what you think you know. Ego, arrogance, foolishness, and fuckery. And the reason why you keep on reincarnating. Wholeness.